sending this text to the lawyer real quick. 1 second. Sorry, we had to.
Well, we're recording, so don't say nothing out loud. When you're done, well, I'll trigger the opening sequence, and then Arrington, you ready to go?
And then I'm on silence.
Cool.
What is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome to another great episode of In Your City here on WNSB HOT 91, the soul of VA. Look, you're joining with your favorite group every Sunday. I'm your guy, Arrington Gavin. With me always is my brother, comedian Ciroc Fox.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
What's goody, boss? We also got to acknowledge our awesome producer, Mr. Cam Godley.
Yo, what's up, people?
And look, and shout out to Michelle Young, Hustle Queen, Miss Michelle Young. She's out of town at the moment, so we just want to, wish her safe travels, man. But look, y'all, Happy New Year's. For one, it's a new year, man. How y'all feeling right now?
It's New Year's. Yay.
Okay, I will not ask Rock that. Cam, how do you feel, sir?
I feel good. Man. Got to see the peoples over the holiday. And now we're blasting into 2024 full steam ahead. So I'm good.
I know that's right, man. I know that's right. It's always a great time just to be like, okay, look, fresh start. What we got going on for 2024? I'll tell you one thing. In your city, we got a lot of great things coming towards y'all. So y'all be ready and just continue to tune into all of our socials and everything like that. But let me go ahead and get the convo started, y'all. So I gotta vet a little bit. So I was at this establishment. It was a black-owned establishment over the week, and don't get me wrong, the food was great. But the service was so bad. The customer service was so bad. And sometimes it's just like little things that can easily be fixed. And it's hard for me, and a lot of us as, African-American entrepreneurs, we want to see our people continue to thrive when it comes to business, right? Not just in the restaurants, but all avenues. But we do know that, some of our people can lack certain things, and it'll hurt. It will hurt them. I mean, it's the reason why I always see some businesses, they don't stay open for forever, right? So I bring up the question.
I have a request. Sorry to cut off your question, but I
ahead.
need Arrington to do a Keith Lee parody for like Hardee's or something like this.
You don't supposed to do it for a chain.
That's what makes it funny.
I'll be proud to do it for Wendy's, sir. I will proudly do it for Wendy's.
I had the burger. I wasn't impressed. The service was trash. The fries were good.
The Carl Jr. wasn't a junior at all.
It was the senior, and I asked for the. Man, y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy.
My bad. What's the question,
but all real talk, though, it brings up the question I want to share with y'all. Do black-owned businesses need better customer service? Whoever wants to start.
This is okay. I do feel like I must be a delay on the thing. My bad. I do feel like black-owned businesses are not above critique, right? But man, why don't we go so hard on places like Carl's Jr. and McDonald's? And I mean, McDonald's been giving us bad service for 50, 60, 100 years.
Forever.
And they are still popping. Like, they are still lying around the corner at sometimes. I mean, Chick-fil-A, I guess you could say they got better service than most, but it's still fast food service, and it ain't the best. Like, I get, they say please and thank you, but the service is still trash. So I don't know. I'll be giving black folks a pass.
What about the service is bad to you though? It's Ciroc.
Well,
for Chick-fil-A?
For fast food in general. Is it like the
fast food in general? So you got to understand, these people are most of the time they're children, or people who are getting a second chance at life. I'm not trying to stereotype people who work at fast food, but for the most part, these people are real young, or they simply cannot get a job anywhere else but this fast food place, right?
Yeah.
And they are already tired, beat to hell. They are not enthused. They already feel like they're underpaid. And then to deal with the customer who comes to these places got to be crazy difficult. I mean, you see some of the videos on social media on how folks deal with the fast food, where you got random white women pop locking in your window, or you got people throwing shakes back at the people who serving. So it's like these people are beat to hell. They don't want to be there. And quite frankly, I don't like getting served by people who don't want to be there. You know what I mean? Like, it affects my whole mood when I'm eating. So that's why I don't know.
But I think it's a different vibe for me. Like, it's different at a fast food chain than at a sit down restaurant, right? If I get that same service at a sit down restaurant, I'm feeling some type of way, because it's like, okay, we sit down, you want to have the dining experience. If that person is feeling the exact same way the person in McDonald's is feeling, don't want to be here, pissed off at life, and now they're like negativity is kind of venting off on you. It's like, it hurts the whole establishment, because people don't want to, they're like, look, give me my money. I want to have a certain experience. Now, I'm not going to be uppity going to a fast food place. I'm sorry. That's just not going to be me. Like, I'm sorry, I asked for this medium well. I'm not going to be asking all the details and stuff at a fast food thing. But like, restaurants, man, that's like, I wish they could do a little better. And really all restaurants, but I think it's more harder for black owned establishments, because even us as black people, we're more like, we want to see you do good.
I was gonna ask, do you feel like you too critical sometimes when you're in a black, not like all the time, but do you find yourself criticizing them a little bit more because they're black, and like
I am quietly. I don't do it out open, but it's like deep down. No, but it's like deep down, you want to like say, okay, look, all right, you a little late. Come on, we gotta do better. I mean, and it's sad, but it's like, it's kind of like, I can't lie. It's like, I am that person now. I'm like that really with all, but specifically, our people, is because I want to see this restaurant. I'm like, look, the food is great. It's all, you only got to take care of this little things, man. It's always something that one little minor hiccup can force them to close down, and it sucks. But
now that you say something, there is a place, there is a restaurant that's like close by. It's black owned. It's kind of like it's supposed to be like a luxurious type establishment. And hold on 1 second, I'm sorry. There we go. My computer died and I forgot to whoop. And so there's this place and the food is amazing, but sometimes when I go there, I'll be like, man, I wish y'all didn't do this. Like, I ain't gonna tell nobody, but this really be pissing me
Seriously. So I look at it from another perspective. And I look at it from the standpoint of, like, what y'all are saying isn't wrong, but I also realize, like, why did these people go into business, right? If it's a food business, it's because they had a natural ability to cook and make great food. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't necessarily give them a business degree or marketing degree or any type of interpersonal relationship or interpersonal, like, expertise. So they're feeling it out and figuring it out as they go along. Like, yes, when we go into a restaurant, we want that, class A service right off the rip. But I also realized, like, if I went into a business today, would my customer service be good? Yeah, because I'm 18 years in customer service. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I can't make that the expectation of everybody. Now, if it gets to a point where it's disrespectful and stuff like that, then that's a whole other subject. But as far as, like, maybe they don't greet you with a smile, or maybe they don't crack jokes with you, or maybe they're, whatever the case may be, I give a little bit of
see, I don't like that. I don't don't get personal with me. Ew.
Well, that's
I don't like that.
I know, but
don't make no jokes with me.
But people do complain about it. Like, I went in there and they just gave me my food and then that was it. I was like, well, what did you kind of expect? But yeah, I don't know. I just give them a little more I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but grace. I give them a little more grace in that it's not easy. Like, you two know it. You're small business owners yourself. Like, it's not always easy to be that front person and be that cordial, and while you're still worried about the shipment that was just missed and all the stuff that's going on in the background.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And we're talking really just about restaurants. I mean, if you want to even go on, like, even think of like Black-owned, HBCUs, historical Black universities. Like, not all, but some of them, they get criticized on like the service of, like, the students are like, look, the living, the cafeteria, this and that, it's crazy. Why is it like this here but not at this one? So it's like, I think it's like, for really just, again, Black-owned establishments, it's always going to be
we want us to do better. We want us to do better. I get that.
Absolutely.
But I also think there should be a rule on when you, an unspoken rule at least, that you shouldn't be super critical on something that you couldn't closely be successful yourself. Like, I want you to be able to state your opinion, and if it's in good criticism, if it's out of love and you want the place to make it, then okay, state your opinion. Hey, Foxtel Studios, you took a little long with that editing, or you made it hard for me to access my video. I'm going to take that and be like, man, I apologize, I'm going to do better. Yeah. But if you're sitting there and watching my team saying, why are they wearing all black instead of blue? Why aren't they coordinated with the way they wear their name tags? That's whack. I mean, like, it's a, it's a difference, especially if you yourself can't control a whole team. You can't control a crew of cameramen to coordinate and So how dare you comment on how we wear our name tapes? Same way when it comes to restaurants and, however, whatever analogy you want to, whatever in place business here type thing you want to do.
Right.
I mean, if you yourself can't even fathom what it takes to do it, as soon as it crosses the line into hate, you need to chill.
Facts. Absolute facts.
Well, look, y'all, what an awesome convo. Look, the solution of all of this for our Black-owned establishments that are listening right now to the show, do ask your customers for like review, leave a review. Right, those reviews do help because they can help build your business. So, leave a review, and hey, we want to continue to see you grow and thrive in your business. So, look, hope y'all enjoyed that one. We're gonna move it on to my good brother, Ciroc. Hey, it's about that time for our favorite segment. Ciroc, what you think?
Man, we didn't hear none of that, by the way, so I don't know when I should be going. Is he giving me the thumbs up to go, or is he giving me the... Oh, there it is. So...
I thought y'all could hear it. That's crazy.
That's
crazy. I was getting down over here.
He was dancing so hard. And me and Anton like,
That's insane. I always thought y'all could hear it when we were virtual. Anyway.
I mean, normally we can. I guess this was the first time that.
Okay.
Anyway, bad mothers, please come to the front of the building. I want to publicly call y'all out. I have recently seen a video that turned out to be true. This was a true story. I really didn't want it to be, but it was. I mean, unless the 3 or 4 sources that I've seen that reposted it, and I actually went to the show, and you know what I mean, they saying it's real, so I have to believe it's such. A mother divorced her husband, took her 3 daughters, disappeared, lived a whole nother life. And what she told these 3 daughters when they became of age, or even of understanding, the age of understanding, was that the father sexually molested or touched on or, did inappropriate acts sexually to all 3 of the daughters. And so that was the reason she left, and that was the reason why he couldn't visit. He couldn't have no interactions with the children, anything like that. And these 3 children, these 3 girls, grew up into women and in their 30s and 40s, thinking that, they were sexually assaulted by their dad. Wow. Turned out it was a lie. The mother lied. The mother lied all of their lives. It was all made up. They did a lie detector test. She ended up admitting it. Once the lie detector test determined that she was lying and the guy was telling the truth, she even went as far as blaming the guy, saying, "Why didn't you fight harder?" Why didn't you fight harder was what she said when everything finally came to light. Yes, Why didn't you fight harder? So I'm not going to get too far into that particular story. We're just using that as a foundation for me to stand on the fact that society does not call out bad moms like we should. Now, I am fortunate to have a person who is amazing as a parent. I mean, my mom was fire, and my wife is an amazing mom herself. And matter of fact, every mom that's around me has done amazing work when it comes to raising their kids, whether it's with a husband by themselves or with a partner. They are all individually great mothers. However, there are some terrible moms out there, and they are publicly announcing themselves as terrible moms. And instead of getting the shame that you would expect, they're actually getting great hoorah and support. I wanted to be like, no, that's just a quiet minority being loud. I mean, a loud minority being, loud. But it's the numbers don't lie. These millions of comments on posts where a woman is admitting to being a horrible parent to their children, and everyone is saying, yep, I would have did the same thing. He don't deserve. And it's like, how so? His relationship with you does not have anything to do with the relationship with them children. Any father that is trying to be a dad, any father that is at least putting in the effort that it takes to be in a person's life, their children's life, I mean, I just feel like you are a monster to stop that from happening. Because if you were to stop a mom, if you were to say, no, mother, you cannot see your children, regardless of what she did, people would lose their mind. Come on now. It would be riots in the streets if it was the same story reversed. But this story is just ignored, and it might get a few shares, it might get a few clicks, you might get a few people to say, blah, 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 that was terrible. But, I mean, this happens all the time. Mothers lie about the fathers all the time to reinforce a lie that they didn't made up about themselves. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know, man. How y'all feel about it? What y'all think?
I have a quick question. Was that something that was kept in-house, or was that something like this was the word on the street type thing? You know what I'm saying? Like,
with the original story.
Yeah.
Well, it seemed like this was just every time the daughters asked, where's dad? That would be the story that was told. Like,
I mean,
no, he can't see you.
Terrible. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And now you're putting trauma on these women. Like, you've put sexual trauma in these women's lives when there was none.
Yeah.
To think that you were raped is still rape, in my opinion.
I agree. I absolutely agree, because I'm not going to say the worst part. Yeah, because the long-lasting effect of it is it messes you up for life. I would assume, I'm not a woman, I can't say for sure, but I would think that women that I speak to,
even if you weren't a woman, though, even if you weren't a woman, if you weren't a woman, true. And you're 3 years old, and from 3 years old till now, you're in your early 40s. I told you every day that you were sexually molested when you were 3.
Right.
You've grown up thinking that I'm a sexual assault victim. Right. I have I have a feeling towards sex now. Like, there's something wrong. You know what I mean? There's going to be something wrong with your upbringing when you think like, oh, I was touched by my dad.
Yeah.
Do you know how messed up it is? The fact that when they're growing up, honestly, they don't have any trust in both of the parents, because here's the thing. They've grown up their whole life thinking the father did this to them. So obviously it's going to be hard to start building a relationship with him. And then on top of that, it turns out that your mama lied. Your whole life.
You're right. Even after knowing that it's a lie, it's still hard to turn off that switch. It's been years.
Talk about an awful Mother's Day and Father's Day. Like, I'm serious. Like, it's just like, I'm sorry. Like,
they'll be like, we don't practice.
We don't practice that at all.
Yeah.
But it's sad though.
Go ahead. I think it's a delay. That's why I was tripping.
Oh no, I was gonna say no. It's sad though, because I've actually spoken with two guys who. Each of them individually, they build like their own foundation where they're trying to help fathers have more custody with their child, or even win custody of their child, because in the court system.
Oh, I never even heard of that before.
Yeah, because in the court system, honestly, the court is always on the mother's side. They're always going to be on the mother's side.
Yeah.
So it's very rare of a father. I mean, even if they might even make, I don't know if they look at financial, stability or something like that. But even then, I mean, all that money will go to, child support payment. I mean, we see it in celebrities now. Like, shoot, Nick Cannon paying. Well, he's choosing to do that, but I'm just saying, they pay so much.
I didn't know that the system takes a huge percentage of the child support. I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, so
that explains it.
Two parents who they co-parent real well. It's just in the beginning it was a lot of issues, so that's why he got put on child support in the first place, which is still bad. To me, still bad. The mother need to be shamed a little bit. I'm sorry, but if you put him on child support solely as a fight instead of like, oh, he's still taking care of his kids, but I'm doing this to hurt him, you ultimately y'all both losing. But anyway, now that they're both in good terms and they're co-parenting well, the child support system is still beating up on the guy. And then, so say he pays $100, she gets like $60. And it's like, why isn't she getting the full 100? And it turns out it's stuff like that all over. I didn't know because I'm not no baby daddy. So I didn't. But apparently the child support system is way more screwed up than what you just see on Maury.
I eventually want to have one of those guys actually on the show or even on the pod just to kind of like share their story, because it is something that is
one of those guys, a baby daddy.
One of the baby daddies. But no, because this is a real thing, man. It's like it's not being spoken about in society, so it's like, shoot, why not tune into the show and we can talk about more with that, man. But no, Sarad, that was really, really good. How we looking good on time, Cam?
We're looking really good. We actually have time for, well, Michelle's not here, so Michelle's Corner won't be done today, but we could wrap for a second. Guy Talk, what's up, y'all? What's on your mind?
I know this episode was so like professional. Why were we so serious?
I don't know. I think
it's 2024, sir. It's 2024.
Nah, it's the virtual thing. Like, it reminds me of those Zoom calls while we were during the pandemic. I'm just like, I don't know. But yeah,
we can talk about the ass cheeks you showed before we started this.
And I'm cutting that out. That will not make it to the cutting room floor. Thank you very much.
I would have provided more context.
I'm sorry, Cam. You're not. Look, Cam. You're not going to pause that, but you paused me for everything out of the. Like,
I mean, they were ass cheeks. I can't. It was ass cheeks. I can't pause it. It was what it was.
Yo, do we need context?
I'm pretty sure we're still on radio. What? Okay, fellas. Let me.
See, this is why Ayrton is a bad moderator. Because as soon as we get some dead space, we just got going off the rails.
Yeah, very much so off the rails. Very much so off the rails.
Look, I was gonna hold this to. Well, we can still talk about it more on the pod, but I know in the last show I had brought up actress Taraji P. Henson with the sharing her frustration about the pay differences, right? The pay wage differences. And so there was a recent story that was talking about anchor woman. Her name is like Hoda Kotb. She's on the Today Show, and it had shared her salary of what she's making now. She's asking for an increase for the upcoming year, but
what was the name again?
Her name is Hoda, Hoda, and then I can't. Kobe. It's hard to pronounce. She's been on the Today Show for a long time, very successful, and she's negotiating an $8 million increase in her contract. But they said $8 million. She's still making very, very less than a former colleague of hers, Matt Lauer, who actually got fired during the
it was very inappropriate behavior, right?
Yes. He was making $25 million a year. $25 million a year, y'all. And
how much she make now?
$8 million. Right now she's making.
She just makes $8 million a year.
Yes. She's asking for She's asking for more. Hopefully, an $8 million increase. But they said even with that increase, she's still making less than her colleagues. So in my mind, I'm like, wow, this is not even just for actresses out there, but this is just really, I guess you can consider entertainment. I mean, Hoda's a journalist, but still, it's like this is going everywhere, really. And
I always, oh my bad, I thought you were done.
No,
keep going.
Go ahead.
I always, when that argument starts, I always want to be like, first, before we even start the argument, who's on the same level as her, or where was Matt Lauer at the year that she's at right now? So, mind you, we're talking about Matt Lauer's salary before we found out he was a little nasty. Before that, you know, he was on air all my life. I mean, I remember waking up as a kid seeing Matt Lauer on TV. So, I mean, he's been on for double what, 2 decades at least?
Oh, absolutely.
Is it fair to say 20 years? I don't know too much, so I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, no,
but
it's fair to say more than that, yeah.
So his end salary before he got cut was 25. How many years have she's been, you know, behind that desk? And then what was Matt making during that year? And that's how you should be able to judge, like, all right, put the inflation in there, you know, cost of living, and make it, you know, even to the 2024 type payment. But that way you can't be like it's unfair or uneven or anything like that. You're making the same amount of money that this guy was making, or about the same amount that this guy was making during that time. If she was there for 10 years.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
I got you. So you're saying based on like, you know, like years of experience should all of, you know, depend on
yeah. Because if this is her first year doing it, which I doubt it is, but if this is her first year doing it and she made $8 million,
then that's a good start.
That's a come up. But if this is her 20th year behind that desk and she's not in the 20 millions, then come on now, we need to be talking. Let's be real.
I would say as a viewer, she has been in the game just as long as Al Roker. Like they've been colleagues like for many years. And we know Al Roker been doing it forever. I mean, heavy set Al Roker.
I remember Fat Roker.
What? I mean, Al Roker was the first one I remember seeing on the Proud Family. I'm like, well, they gonna brought Al Roker on the Proud Family. That's when you knew you.
Oh, so she been in the game just as long as him.
Just as long. But again, it's just that's the industry. That's the frustration.
They might be coming out with that money then.
So many people. I mean, like Taraji P. There was a clip in I think I sent you Cam the video. We could talk about it more in the pod. But she was explaining the 150,000 that she made from the Benjamin Button. Benjamin Button was like a huge acclaimed movie that she had a huge impact on that film. Brad Pitt made $10 million off that film. Now Brad Pitt was the lead actor, Taraji was supporting actress, but she was nominated for an Oscar, all that stuff. She made $150,000. Now in the video, it explains more the fact that she's like, no, I didn't just get 150,000. You know, they had to take a certain percentage out. I had to give a certain percentage to my team, and I basically left with $30,000. So, I mean, it's scary. It's really like
contextually. Benjamin Button came out where within her career? I'm assuming it was after Baby Boy. Was it before or after like the Kevin Hart films and such?
I think the very first Kevin Hart film definitely was already out. And then, I mean by film, like his first like comedy film, first comedy special. I think
No. I'm talking about like the movies he did with her or she did with him. Like the one that was based on the Steve.
Think Like a Man.
Think Like a Man, yeah.
Think Like a Man was probably Benjamin Button was probably before Think Like a Man. I would say it was probably before Think Like a Man because they've only made 2.
I don't remember. I didn't see Benjamin Button. I didn't see that.
Yeah, me either. I asked contextually because I wonder where she was now. I don't know in that moment. Like maybe that was her breakout movie. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think and it could be it. I don't think they're going to give her like the Taraji we know $100,000 for a movie, but maybe I don't know. That's why I
like you saying if Benjamin Button was casting today and she got that role, there's no way in hell she'd be getting.
So Benjamin Button was brought out. Benjamin Button was brought out in 2008. So 2008 Taraji P. In 2016 she did Hidden Figures. Of course, Baby Boy was 01. I'm trying to think of something.
Hidden Figures was one of the dopest movies she's ever did. Hidden Figures.
Okay, Hustle and Flow was in 05. Hustle and Flow was in 05 because she wasn't Hustle and Flow. And then Think Like a Man was. She was
definitely worth. If she did Hustle and Flow, she was worth more.
Absolutely.
If Hustle and Flow came out before Benjamin Button, then she was worth way more because she played the hell out that role. Now, granted, did white audience pay attention to that movie like that? I don't know. Didn't Hustle and Flow win some awards though? Didn't it? It won a Grammy for the song.
3 6 Mafia won an Oscar.
3 6 Mafia won.
I don't know if it got anything for the acting though. But yeah, definitely for the song for sure.
She played the hell out that role. She was $1 million talent. She was $1 million talent during that time.
Well, look, y'all, we're going to continue this convo in the pod, but of course, we always got to thank our amazing listeners, our proud listeners that continue to tune in every Sundays at 12 p.m. here on WNSB Hot 91. Look, it's 2024, y'all, so look, we got some more great stuff coming to you for this year, and y'all be easy, continue to support the show. Follow us on In Your City, our Smooth Club Media on Instagram, and our YouTube channel, our Smooth Club Media. Look, we'll see you next Sunday, y'all. We out. Yeah, but like Taraji P, man, I think she was definitely, and it was funny because I was talking with Cher about this because she was like maybe not 10 million, but at least something in the seven figures, like easy in the seven figures.
Well, definitely in the millions. That's why I asked that question for context, because I can't even see her accepting that
150,000.
Yeah, so I was like, when in her career was she? I don't know. And obviously, she didn't know what Brad Pitt was getting for the movie or whatever. But that's crazy. That's crazy.
There were some people though that they were comparing to that I thought there's no way that they would win that battle. There was an argument of her, comparing her pay to Tom Cruise's, and it's Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
the man jumped off. You know what I mean? Like
he jump off helicopters.
He does his own stunts.
That's what I'm saying. He gets his money, and they don't have to pay for a stuntman, so they get that. He gets that money. You know what I'm saying? So like, and it's Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise been doing movies since the early '80s, if not '70s. Like,
and the crazy thing is, like, he's always been the fucking lead actor. He's never been a support. That lead actor role says a lot, and for that time span, like the last supporting role I remember seeing him on was Tropic Thunder when he played the crazy boss.
Yeah. Hold up now, we can't play Taraji because she did Proud Mary, and that movie was hard.
I still need to see it. They said that was her.
You haven't seen Proud Mary yet?
They said that was the last raise she actually got in her salary. That was the last time she actually saw a raise in her salary. Was Proud Mary. I haven't seen Proud Mary.
Maybe that's why she ain't getting the numbers she getting, because black folks ain't watching her movies like they supposed to. You coons. That's why. Because Proud Mary went hard. Proud Mary went hard. Now, I don't know if it was like a blockbuster sensation though. I don't know if it shut down the theaters, but I would say it was a good, featured film that can legitimize her saying, yeah, I'm worth 10 million. Like, I'm worth 15 million. Definitely. She's definitely, because I know her movies is going to bring in over 100 million. I feel like a Taraji movie would bring in 100 million plus. So if you can guarantee that, why can't she get 10 million, 15 for I'm
gonna tell you a movie she played her ass off, and it was the first time I really gave Tyler Perry credit because he didn't have a simple film that he always creates. Acrimony. If y'all ever seen Acrimony when she played, I think that might have been on. I think that might be on Netflix. I think I could be wrong.
Isn't that one of those films that all the films look the same? Like, it was about a husband and wife, and then someone interferes and someone's cheating. Like, there was like 10 movies out like that at the same time.
It was, but Taraji played that role because Taraji always, I don't know, she just has that look. Like, she can, you're on her side, but she's actually playing like the low-key killer. Like, she played the killer at the end of the movie, and it was very suspenseful.
Well, thank you. Thank you for ruining.
Yeah, you kind of ruined it because we didn't see it yet. So
okay. I mean, y'all can still see it.
No point now.
I could be wrong.
Just gonna watch the trailer and get the rest of the details.
Yeah. Oh, did you watch Leave the Earth Behind yet, Arrington?
You didn't watch it. Which one? Hold on. Who was in that one? Was DiCaprio in that movie?
No,
he didn't watch it.
No, okay, I'm thinking something else. No, I didn't see it. hey, Cam, did you see Squid Game, the challenge, huh? Did you see that?
Nah, I haven't.
Okay, then, god damn it.
Nobody doing their homework on this show. Nobody doing their homework on this show. We got to change the subject because y'all don't watch movies. People listen to them like, why the fuck are these niggas talking about shit they don't do?
Yeah.
But I do hope that something will be done, because I know, like, Cam and I, we were having a conversation on basically what is the solution, right? What can people do in order to make this, to change this whole wage, difference. And I think I mentioned for like more of the like male actors to speak up, the black male dominant actors, like, the Sam Jackson, the Denzel, the box office, hitters, because I mean, Gabrielle Union, she spoke out. Okay. What difference would that really make? But I mean, she does have a audience, but she's the only one that I think has spoken out. They have the what was that? They just had the protest, the Writers Guild and the Actors Guild. That whole thing was about wages. So obviously,
I think the best way to win the argument is to break down, instead of everybody trying to do a tearjerker and everyone trying to do that whole like, I feel blank, blank, blank. Break it down in real percentages. Compare your tenure to a male actor who's on a similar level in you. Now, you have to be very truthful and honest to yourself about what level you're on, and that might be a jaw jerk, but find out where you're at, find your counterpart on the other side of the aisle, and see how much they are making. If you're a supporting actress, and you've been a supporting actress for 15 years, every movie you've done made $100 million plus. Regardless of the role, every movie you've done in that supporting role has done $100 million plus. You've been doing it for 10 years straight. You find someone who's been doing that same thing on the other aisle, whether it be a black man or a white man, it don't matter. You find someone who's in that same range as you, who's been a supporting actor all his career for 15 years straight, and every movie he's done has made over $100 million. And that's your bam, that's my other end of the spectrum. If he's pulling in 15 million a movie, and you're pulling in 150,000 a movie, there is a real problem. But if you're in the same range, then you can't complain. Like, if you're making 10 million and they're making 12, you can negotiate to get a little bit more, but you can't be like they're being discriminative towards you, because everyone in that range is making that amount of money. Now, say you are a primary, I'm a headliner movie, boom, boom, boom. I'm Denzel, right? Who do we, this can start an argument, but who do we think is a white counterpart of Denzel? Woman or male? Who do you think? Denzel is a whole new level, so I can't even really compare him to too many white actors.
Well, it's hard to like say each actor, like who can they compare to? I mean, I'll just say like popularity wise. I mean,
maybe that's what I'm trying to say. Popularity.
Yeah, I mean Leonardo DiCaprio.
Will we put them in the same?
Wolf of Wall Street, my shit. He's much younger than Denzel. He hasn't been doing it as long as Denzel has. But or
as far as popularity,
Jack Nicholson, I don't know. Jack Nicholson, old.
Jack Nicholson might be a good one.
That was my boy too.
He older though.
I was thinking Jack Nicholson or Chevy Chase. You could put him in that box.
What about De Niro or Pacino? They kind of play the same roles low key. Because they,
he might be a little older, but I do see what you're saying. So let's just, for argument's sake, let's say they're on the same platform as far as star power. That way we don't have to be like popularity contest. Just star power in general. They're about the same. They bring in about the same amount of money per movie.
They bring in tickets for sure.
Right. If there is a 20 million, 30 million, 40 million difference, we can have an argument on, well, what the hell? This might be some discriminative shit. Like this is some stuff going on. But if there's only a few, like, somebody get 2 million more, then that's just, I'm sorry, it's just not discriminative. It's just, and I feel like that about women too. It's just dangerous to say that about women, because you don't want to be. I want to be an ally. Like, I want to help as much as I can, and I don't want to fight against the cause. But we also got to be fair on who we comparing to. Yeah. Saying that I don't make the same amount as Kevin Hart, and it's discriminative because I got locks and he don't. It's a crazy fight. Like, of course you ain't making the same as Kevin Hart.
I wouldn't be on your side with that one, Ciroc. Matter of fact, I'll be like,
I was just using. I was just. You didn't have to. Ouch. I was just saying.
You my guy, though. You my guy. I'm just saying, like, you'd be bugging the fuck out if you said that.
I'm not. I'm glad I'm not.
I thought that one.
No, but
was this response on the ass cheek joke that Ciroc? I think that was payback. Yeah. All right, it's even, guys. Even score.
earlier in what you were saying, kind of made me think a little bit though, Ciroc, when you said that a woman being a supporting actress for 10, 15 years, et cetera, et cetera. Do we see men that stay in supporting actor roles for that long? Does that happen?
Yeah.
Really?
Bruh, every time you watch a Negro movie, you don't go, that's whatchamacall. Those are those famous supporting role actors that we see in every black film. Sometimes you see them in cross genres. What's Kevin Hart's homie? Darrell. Is it Darrell?
D-Ray?
No, not D. Well, not D-Ray, but there's he's not new, but he's getting a lot of roles lately. And he recently did a movie with John Cena. Matter of fact, that was hilarious on Netflix. And Lil Rel. Yeah.
But
he is a supporting.
He had a whole show. Lil Rel.
Right, but
he did like for one season.
Before that, how long was he in movies before we started realizing, oh, that's him again?
But that's the point that I'm making. Like, it seems that men usually get that look somehow, some way to graduate to the main role.
I don't think so. What about the bald muscle guy? Go ahead, Arrington.
I'm gonna bring up another name, Clifton Powell. Clifton do a lot of support. He played Pinky in Friday.
Pinky. It's crazy that that's the first role we bring up. Merry Christmas, baby.
He does supporting roles a lot. I mean, I've never seen him. Look, it was funny because I was watching. You ever watch that movie? Who Made a Potato Salad?
No.
Yo, that movie is crazy. And I ain't never seen him as a primary role. Like, I've never seen him the lead character.
He's never been a lead character. He's always been, he's always been a supporting role. God, the guy that just died from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I mean, was he ever a lead in any? I mean, I know Brooklyn Nine-Nine is, you got a variety of cast members, but was he ever in like other? I've seen him in other movies, but I just never seen him. Maybe
y'all have a point. The point I was making was more for the argument for women, but I mean, my point can also not be valid. So,
you make a great point, Cam. I just mentioned those guys because they might be comfortable with this, with what they make. They probably make a hell of a lot less, but they're comfortable.
I just found the perfect guy for Terry Crews. How did you know?
Because you kept saying the bald muscle guy, and I was going to say it, and then Aaron just said something else, and I know you were looking it up, so I let you.
I was looking so hard. I was like, why can't I picture this man's name? Terry Crews. He has never been a lead character in not one movie, not one.
That's true.
That's true. It's true.
And you see him in the movie, you like, get that check, black man.
Do you think some of them just settled? I mean, they just settled for, hey, this is, the more the merrier, as long as I can still be recognized and get publicity.
I don't think it's a settle thing. I think it's, I know what my lane is. And we had this conversation before. And I had this conversation with one of my boys, like, I know everything that it takes. Well, not everything, but I know a lot of the things that it takes to be like a persona and stuff like that, to have podcasts, to do this, do that. It's not within my personality to do it though. That I lend to you two. You two have that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a good supporter for that type of thing, but I know what my lane is. So for me sitting in front of the camera and blogging and stuff like that, that might not necessarily be my thing unless I'm speaking to a specific audience. So like, I think they kind of develop like, oh, I know what it is that we need to do. I need to do. I know what my lane is. I know what my strength is. And my strength is not being the star of a movie. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine Terry Crews being the star of a movie, to be honest with you.
Carrying 2 hours. Can you imagine Terry Crews carrying 2 hours in a film?
I can't see it.
I mean, in all honesty, though, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson does it. I mean, what makes him?
But he's a star.
I know, but I'm just saying. I know, but I'm just saying. Look at the roles that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson plays,
but he's a star.
He is a star. But I'm just saying, as far as He's an actor.
You gotta start. You gotta use somebody who's
he's a ball muscle guy. He's a ball muscle guy.
Use somebody.
No, you gotta use somebody who started in supporting roles and grew out of it. Like Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah started in supporting roles, and now she can carry whole TV shows.
Ever since The Rock, ever since he became The Rock, he was a star. Like,
he was a star
in WWE. He was a star like that.
There's documentaries about the first time he touched the mic and was able to speak. It was set. It was set.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I choose a different wrestler. Batista. What about Batista? Goddamn it, he's
doing good. He's a good supporting role. That's
he's
good.
Terry Crews. He's the white Terry Crews.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. He don't say much in his movies.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't need to.
That's the guy that knows his lane because he's like, look, I'm a big ass.
Stay on the screen and look intimidating. Got it.
Exactly.
Although this new movie that he's in, he could be said to be the lead character. It could be argued that he's the lead character in this new movie.
So y'all know how WWE does films? Like John Cena had one. I think Batista had one of those also. So I think he has a couple of films where he
lead roles.
I'm not sure which one you're talking about in particular.
It just came out. It's like, well, not just came out, but it's basically you sacrifice somebody in your family to save the world movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like these two dads, and they adopted a kid, and Batista and his like 3 other people who was like representing the 4 horsemen were basically like, yo, every time you tell us no, a plague is gonna be released into the world. And it was crazy. Thousands upon millions of people died in this movie. It was insane.
That is dark.
Planes just falling out of the sky. It was insane. Like, it was insane.
Yikes. All right.
But I feel like he was the lead. He had the most lines in the movie. So he was definitely the lead character.
Well, look, this is gonna be a story that's gonna continue because again, until we start seeing pay raises,
we won't.
That's the thing. It's a never ending conversation.
That parity thing that they're looking for is not gonna happen. I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say it's not gonna happen. It's gonna be a long time before it happens, though.
I know when it's time to pay my millions, I'm getting mine. So
hell yeah,
I'm getting mine. So anybody who's trying to get their money fairly and they earned it, especially if they earned it, Taraji can argue that she earned her millions.
Absolutely,
she earned her millions in her own right. So did Queen Latifah. So did Gabrielle Union. If you dislike them, you dislike them. But they've been in the game long enough to be like, run me my coins.
You know what's sad about it? Isn't Taraji like that chick when it comes to black actresses right now? Like, isn't she at the top of the hill?
She's one of my favorite actresses. Even though I can't kick it with her. Oh well.
I
can't really kick it with her. I feel like she feel like my aunt. I feel like I gotta be on my best behavior.
Yeah, I don't see her that way. I see her as yo, what are we doing after this? Like not in a dirty way, but like, yo, I'm trying to get to know you.
It was what it sounded like.
It was you're nasty. Trying to get a little nasty.
It was exactly what it sounded like, y'all.
Taraji. No, you're absolutely right though, Cam. Taraji is though that person when it comes to like Black Hollywood. Like you have to put her name on the list.
And that's the point that I'm making. Like, if she's saying she's not getting paid her worth, then like, what is Gabrielle Union getting paid? What is Zendaya?
No, what was Halle Berry getting paid?
So where does Zendaya fall in this? Because she was more Disney and now she's Marvel. So I'm assuming she's not having these same problems because she is in a different lane.
I don't know. It's white passing. I don't know. She's white passing, ain't she?
Yeah, she's biracial. I think.
I don't know.
That's a good one.
I don't know. It's a sensitive subject.
Halle Berry's biracial though.
Yeah, but she
Halle Berry black. She looks black.
Yeah, she's
like she's black.
I was saying look black. I don't think Zendaya looks like she can pass for a white girl.
No, Zendaya looks mixed. She looks mixed. But when he says white passing, that makes me feel like
meaning like accepting, not like white passing, like, oh, I'm a white girl, I'm white passing, and like she's like, welcome in the rooms.
Exactly,
she's welcomed in the rooms without any double looks. I'm
like, you could be. That's why I paused, because I'm like, yo, you could be on to something there. Yeah.
And if she's welcomed in the room, she got a leg up. Now, granted, she's still a woman, so they, white men don't give a damn about women either. But
no, true.
White women are at least allowed in the room. So what I'm saying is, is she like, you know what I mean? Is she discriminated against as a colored person, or is she just discriminated against as a woman and accepted in the white conversations?
Well, I know Zendaya got some of that. Zendaya got some of that Disney money. God damn it! So I think she was already pretty much like, I never seen Taraji P in a Disney film ever working in Disney. So she might
have voiced something, but I don't know if she's been in a Disney movie.
Probably. But no,
because the other thing was when Taraji came around on the scene, she was older. Zendaya grew up on TV or on film. Taraji was a grown
She wasn't older. She just had she had a more mature face.
But
she was in her 20s in Baby Boy.
Zendaya was a child, is what I'm saying. She's not going to start in Disney at 20. You know what I'm saying? Unless she's someone older.
They be showing them that pass for a kid, but they really like 35 in real life.
Oh no, Taraji wasn't passing for no kid. She wasn't passing for a high school kid in her 20s.
Definitely not.
Taraji's eyes made her look already grown.
She was 20, but she was a grown woman. Like when we saw her, she was
grown looking.
Yeah.
Damn. No, we will see, y'all. We will see. Well, look, let's move on to some other stories, man. Look, I brushed across my feed. So NBA star Mikal, let me see what's his name. Mikal from the Brooklyn Nets. Mikal Bridges. So this man had claimed that he has eaten Chipotle every day.
I saw that.
10 years. I think it's true, but I'll put it like kind of like more in a like, I think he's might have had lunch at Chipotle's for the past 10 years, or he might have had. I don't
get it, but still, even if it was lunch, how you eat Chipotle every day, bro?
Hey man, I mean it's just.
And I fucks with Chipotle. No, why not?
Crazy about Chipotle.
What is it not to like?
I don't know. I don't know. There's something about it. I don't know. Maybe
I'm more Moe's.
I don't got a good reason.
It's chicken, it's vegetables, it's beans. Like, it's as simple.
When I be eating it, I just be like, I don't want this. Like every single time. Every time I've eaten there.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
And I've had an array of things. I've had an array of things. I'm never happy.
I only get the bowls. That's it.
You gotta change it up. I do the wraps, burritos.
I had the wrap.
If I want something else, I go to Moe's.
Chip.
Like if I want the wrap or the crunch wrap or a burrito, I go to Moe's.
I don't like Moe's.
So you don't like?
Stop yelling at me.
You don't like fake Mexican food, then? I guess I don't know what to tell you.
I don't like people yelling at me, and every time I go into Moe's,
welcome to Moe's.
They are intense.
Seems like good customer service to me, sir. Seems like good customer service. No, I like Moe's better than Chipotle, but I can believe it, but it's just, I mean, do y'all have like specific food that y'all can literally say, I can have this every day for the rest of my life, or at least for the next 10 years? Is there any food y'all can think of?
Every day?
Every day.
Like one specific dish, or like
a specific dish,
or a place?
Both. Put them all a place, or or an array of.
Just I could do Chinese food for the rest.
Bro, I was just about to say the same thing. I can do Chinese food every day.
Yeah,
especially
Chinese food.
Absolutely,
that's a lot of grease.
Bro, all day, man. I can do Chinese food, and even putting in more details, I could do like fried chicken wings from Chinese restaurants like every day. I'm sorry, it's just it gets better and better whenever I have them.
10 years straight, what I can do? That's a hard question. That's a big commitment.
It's a lot of days.
It's a lot of days. Man, it would have to be like a deli or something. It would have to be like a deli. A variety of different sandwiches. You can switch up. You can get grilled cheese. You can do anything at a deli. You can do anything at a deli. Deli is endless possibilities.
I don't know if I couldn't do a deli though. I couldn't do a deli. Wait, we about to say, Cam, my bad.
I was thinking Italian, but Italian be too hearty sometimes. Like,
that's too much cheese. Too much cheese, too much red sauce. You be dead.
Look, so Rock, the reason why I said I can't do a deli, so when I was in college, literally for like those 4 years, my lunch, I used to go, because it was a small town, and the only spots they really had was like a Subway, and they had their local food spots. So Subway was my spot. When I tell you every damn sandwich started tasting the same, I'm like, I can't. So I'm just like, I'm so anti-Subway right now. I'm like, no way in hell Jared ate all this for the rest, and lost all that weight. It's a lie. It was a lie.
I love Subway. I will, man. I'll sexually molest Subway.
All right.
That's so crazy that you brought that up in relation to Subway, knowing like
Jared is he is serving time right now, sir. He is serving life right now.
That is wild that's where you chose to go with that, but whatever.
I be thinking I'm flying. I be saying that stuff so quick. and I don't think nobody be paying attention at all.
Oh man. So they're not paying us, so fuck it. When are we gonna admit that Jimmy John's is just trash? Like
I don't eat there at all.
Yo, they're so bad. The only thing they're good for is like, oh, they're gonna get me my food in 4.5 minutes.
There you go. And the reason why is because they don't do hot sandwiches. They only do cold sandwiches, I think, at Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John's only do cold sandwiches too?
I think they might toast the bread, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Ever since they did that rat commercial back in the day, I've been boycotting them ever since. They need to be punished for that marketing scheme. Do y'all remember that rat?
No,
it was a rat commercial that they were doing. It was Crystal subs, and it is good to us. And it was like a mongoose mixed with a chinchilla. It was just this weird looking creature.
That's exactly what I want to think about when I'm eating my sandwiches.
Man, I was looking at that shit like, yo, no, you need to be punished. And I've never eaten there since they did it. Because I was like, what is that? Is that the meat? Like, is that what y'all make the meat out of? This chinchilla rat mongoose?
Oh, man. Nah, I'm good.
Worst marketing ever.
Stuff like that, though, is like, for example, is what turned me away from like Chipotle. It wasn't the marketing, but like Chipotle was always in the news about recalls on their steak and stuff. And I'm like, no, y'all got too many recalls. This one,
it'd be the lettuce. It wouldn't be the steaks. It'd be the lettuce.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Shit on your lettuce is just as bad. Shit on your lettuce is because it was always E. coli or however you say it.
I'm pretty sure we shouldn't be eating romaine or iceberg lettuce ever again because the amount of recalls that they've had has been ridiculous over the last.
That is true.
Years.
That is true.
I'm not giving up romaine. So
me either. I got some of my. I got
some right
3 hearts in my refrigerator right now.
Right there.
I'll be damned.
You can have the iceberg, but romaine.
The best lettuce out there for sure. Yeah.
Oh god.
It's so wild conversation I had.
I got some more shits and giggles, y'all. I don't know if that was really shits and giggles.
Yo, Ciroc, we talked about it. His new thing is he'll start shits and giggles, but he won't like situate it as shits and giggles. So we just start talking about a topic that we might not really fuck with, but we think he's bringing it as a topic, so we fuck with it. But like he's not giving us the choice no more. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that.
And that is
we just gonna start saying shit every time he talks something crazy.
That is why I'm an award-winning.
We already have our combatants. We already know what we're gonna do. Yep, so now, when you just in general, now every time you have a conversation and we don't like it, we just gonna be like shits and not talk about it.
Even during the radio show, shits.
You did this to yourself. Now we're always on guard. We're always protective of ourselves.
It's good to know I have enemies on the show. It's good to know I have enemies. Okay, so all right, shits and giggles. So university chancellor says he was fired for producing and acting in a porno.
Come on now. We already we talked about this before. Companies have the right to fire you if you embarrass them.
But wait, during his tenure though?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you gotta go. If it was something they dug up from the past, then I feel like that doesn't besmirch the morality clause. But if he's doing that while he's a chancellor, yeah.
So the porno was the OnlyFans with him and his wife. they have an OnlyFans, and he's a they're a married couple, and they had an OnlyFans.
And what was he, dressed up like Harry Potter? No, he was probably playing off his job. He was probably acting like a chancellor.
That man has one lane. That man has.
You know he was wearing his same suits that he was wearing to teach.
Gonna end that one off really quickly. Okay, fellas, look, I got a question to ask you all. Can a straight man call another man sexy?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Sexy would denote that you have no.
Yes. Yes.
You can say that is a handsome man, or I could see why.
I describe you as sexy all the time. Literally all the time. There's never been a time where I was like, you are an ugly man. No. When women ask me about who you are, when women DM me about what's going on, I'd be like, he is a sexy man.
There's a lot
all
in between.
The time.
And I appreciate it, my brother.
No, it's not.
There's a lot in between.
You sexy now. What you gonna do? We can't be cool no more? You gonna tell me I can't call you sexy? I'll fight you right now. You sexy.
You already saw your ass cheeks, so what else is new?
Whoa. Now I can't clip this video. Now I can't clip this part.
Yeah, we gotta contextualize this part. Because this man keep bringing up my ass cheeks.
You can't.
And like,
context.
Can we contextualize that, please?
It was a joke, guys. It was a joke. I mean, guys,
no.
For the listeners out there, we're just
we can't be in the middle of a heated debate about being able to call another man sexy, and then you bring up.
The question is, listeners who are tuning in, who are watching right now, can straight men call another man sexy? Can we do that?
Not anymore. You ruined it. Not anymore. You revoked it. You revoked it in the middle of my debate.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry, I ruined it. It was getting good.
But yes, you can. I still don't know why. Why can't you, Cam? Why can't I say you a sexy man? Please tell me.
It's not for me. It's not for me. I'm not gonna. I can't see that. Like for me, and I'm not saying that you feel this way, Ciroc. I'm saying me. For me to call someone sexy, it means that I may have sexual thoughts about that person. You know what I'm saying?
I thought about inviting you to a threesome before.
God damn it. Aaron, you laughing really hard over there.
It's just that my bed is custom, and I'm on. I don't want your feet hanging off the bed.
You know what? I'm done. I'm not going to contribute any more to this one. Aaron, on you, sir. On you.
Well, I would
hear me out. Hear me out.
I'm a 50-50 person, right? I'm on yes I can. I'm on Cam. I'm on Ciroc's side. So check this out. Every time I'm with Cam. Every time, if say for example, I feel like sexy was always used as that term to make an approach. Let's think about music, right? Every time you hear the term sexy, it's being addressed to someone like, oh, I'm trying to get, every time, right? So I think saying like, bro, that's that's a I don't know, because sometimes handsome, I don't know if I'll use handsome either. I might say
context is everything. Context is everything. I'm one of the greatest wingman of all time. Look, back in 08, 09, and 2010, I got the greatest wingman award alive, like consecutively.
I can see that.
MVP.
Well deserved.
Right?
Well deserved.
I can see that.
If all three of us are in the club, you know what I mean, and I'm doing my wingman shit, I'm going to call you sexy in the conversation. It just happens. And everyone get loose when I say it. I'm telling you, some people have the right and need to express that right to be able to call whoever sexy. And I'm one of them people. I have to be able to call you sexy, baby. I have to. I have to. Yeah. I'm not friends with ugly people. I'm not friends with ugly people. I'm not. There's not an ugly person in my circle. And if I find one, they get booted and blocked and ghosted immediately.
Yo, that's wild. That's wild.
Yep. So make sure you moisturize, because the day you get ugly, you'll never hear from me again.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one.
But wait, what was the original? Because it was
the original question was, can a straight man? Yeah, can a straight man?
Why did that get brought up?
I just brought up.
I thought it was like an argument on Facebook or something.
No.
So you were just laying in your bed one day and was like,
No, because it's like I was talking to one of my buddies and one of my friends was going on a date with his chick, and he's like, he got the, he's swagged out. I'm like, okay, man, okay, looking sharp. And then in my mind, I'm like, what can you call the dude sexy? Isn't that like?
So you thought he was sexy in that moment?
You did, because the word wasn't even used.
Because I was saying one of like, okay, his shoes. Look. I'm a compliment. Look, if the man is dressed sharp, look, compliment the dude, right? Like Ciroc said, hype man, right? I was not trying to make it like
nobody. He didn't say. He said, "Oh, you look sharp." You thought sexy. Now I see why you 50% on my side, 50% on Ciroc's side. Because you thought it. This is Arrington. What you think about your own?
Like you wish you didn't think it, but you thought it.
Why do I think this man is sexy? Shit.
Look, first of all,
I gotta
like
ask the guys.
Pussy, okay, I don't like no boy pussy.
It's not boy pussy. It's bussy, y'all. We can't say pussy on the air like that. It's bussy.
We can say it in the podcast.
Oh, well, yeah.
And we can't say pussy on air.
Say pussy on the radio show, Ciroc.
Is that in writing? Who said it? Who said that?
Is it in writing? It's crazy. that is fucking wild. Don't see it here.
Hey, before I end this one, go on to a new one. What if y'all like combine a couple, right? Say like a man and woman, they looking like to the nine. Could you say that's a sexy couple right there? Is that different than telling an individual like person like, hey, look sexy today?
I mean, it would be the same thing when I see Ciroc and his significant. They doing that. I see what y'all doing over there. You know what I'm saying?
Because I feel like it's easier for somebody to say like that's a sexy couple right there than to say
look. In my heyday, I used to hump couples all the time. So this conversation is normal. This whole thing is a Tuesday for me. I don't know what.
not even a Friday or a Saturday. A fucking Tuesday.
This is a Tuesday food line.
The most regular day ever.
Moving the fuck on.
Where the most normal shit happens on a fucking Tuesday.
On a Tuesday. My trash is collected on Tuesdays. I don't.
What do I want to get? Okay. Hey, Kanye West finally apologized to the Jewish community.
Oh, he's trying to sell us something. He's trying to sell us something.
Them new shoes.
He's selling.
$200. I don't care about Kanye I don't care about Kanye's conversation with the
wet
Jews.
Shoes. Okay.
Yeah. Not to cut you off, Arrington. But I cut you off because I knew what you were about to say. But for the listeners that didn't, he apologized to the Jews for the language and the things that he said earlier this year or last year or whenever it was. But like I said, it's because he's trying to sell something. He has shoes coming out. I'm sure there's new music coming out, et cetera, et cetera. So he's trying to get his name bubbling again. It's a perpetual cycle, and I'm annoyed with it. And I love Kanye as an artist, but I'm so tired of the antics. It's like, all right, dude, we get it. That's my piece.
Yeah, I'm tired of Kanye.
Okay. Yeah. Last story, and then we're gonna close it up. Trina credits Beyonce as being the number one when she raps. She's like the number one female rapper. Agree? What? Disagree?
Someone's right.
As far as I think somebody writes for her, but she can't flow. I mean, when Beyonce was rapping, every time she does rap, it do be slapping, but it ain't her lyrics.
But she not writing it though. Did y'all hear when she did it was like a remix to some shit. They screwed down one of her songs and she was actually rapping on it, and that shit was amazing. She sounded like almost like a female version of Slim Thug. Like, it was crazy. If I can find it, I'll send it to y'all. But it was dope. It was dope. And it makes sense because she's from H-Town. But
so not to take away from Beyonce's talent. Like, she is a very good rapper. Don't get me wrong. When she recites them lyrics, it goes hard. But to be number one,
the action of rapping.
To be number one, no. That's hard.
Would you put her over Sexy Red? I know that's your girl.
Oh God! Oh my God!
Oh, I don't consider Sexy Red a lyricist at all. I don't consider. That's like, what's that? Doodoo Brown. That's the same genre. I remember the old school Booty Brown songs. So come on now. There was a whole song back in the 80s that was like, "Show your pussy." Show that pussy, show that pussy. Come on, I remember. So
and they were doing it.
Oh yeah, I got the VHS.
Was that probably during the Freaknik era? Yeah.
I don't know. I took the tape from my aunt.
That's something we got to talk about on the next episode. They were trying to come after Luke. Like, Luke was like, "Nah, I got receipts. Like, I was Mr. Nasty on camera. Yeah, but I made sure everything was accounted for. Ages were checked. Everyone, like, he was like, because someone brought his name up. He was like, fuck no. Y'all will not bring me in that
a bullshit. A bullshit.
Yeah. No, because that's one thing. Being like that out in the open is one thing that, like, guarantees you'll be straight. Like, you'll be good for life because you know he was like that. Like, everyone around him was consensual. Everybody knew what was going down. You can't be like he did anything to you when you you holding the camera. I saw a video of Uncle Luke where the girl was holding the camera in her pussy at the same time. How you gonna say that man did anything to you? He in the back laughing.
That man was fast future forward with his thinking. He was like, nope. If what he says is true and no one else has brought his name up, he's a smart man.
Oh yeah. We definitely got to chop it up on the next one because there's new names that are coming out, allegations being brought. I mean, it's honestly, it's the thing to expect in 2024. Either new names or just it's starting to be the new norm now.
This is crazy that we connected this to Beyonce rapping. This is insane. How did we?
I brought up Sexy Red. This started
from Beyonce's rap.
It was a step ladder because you brought up Beyonce, then I brought up Sexy Red, and then we talked about the booty music, and then that brought in Luke, and then Luke's alligator.
Okay.
Yeah,
we can track it back. All right.
Yeah, we can track it back.
To answer everything, then no, Beyonce is not the best rapper. There we go.
That's so wild that's what's being that. And what's even crazier is Trina is a better rapper. So why would she even say that? That doesn't make any sense.
Discredit her own style. Trina got a unique voice, a unique flow. When she raps, you know it's her. That right there makes me think that you're above your peers alone. When I can hear you and recognize you from someone else, it's so many rappers right now that start flowing, and I can't tell you who they are until I see their face or the name, because they sound like 30 other people who do the same exact thing.
Even then, when I see the face, I'm like, oh, okay, like they're starting to look alike too. So yeah, I'm out the game.
It's not too many people who rap like Trina.
I think that was more like an audition for Trina, like to say, hey, look. Beyonce, next album, hit me up. I'm giving you praise. Let me be on
Beyonce Trina mix would be insane.
I'm just saying, I think that's what it kind of was, because it was random, the fact that when she brought up, because I'm like, to my knowledge, I don't think Trina's even from Houston or from Texas at all. I think she's from Florida.
Miami.
She's Trick Daddy home. You know what's even crazy about that? Beyonce talks that same shit Trina be talking now. Like, she be nasty in her lyrics. So it would be a collaboration that actually makes sense.
She got all them kids. She understand. Look, I believe everything Beyonce sing about.
Partition? Nobody wrote that for her. She know.
All them kids got the same lips and noses. I believe everything she talking about. Everything.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, look, fam, it's about that time, y'all. We truly appreciate y'all tuning into the pod of In Your City. Again, tune in every Sundays to our weekly radio show. Every Sundays at 12 p.m. on WNSB Hot 91.1 FM. No worries if you can't find us on your radio dial. You can download the WNSB app. It is free, so check it out. Follow us on YouTube and all social medias. We truly appreciate it. We got a lot of shit coming on, fellas, for for 2024, man. I'm hyped.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
Hyped. We got a lot of great shit happening. Ciroc, any new things you want to mention before we close it up?
So we are opening up, in adversity and pressure, you gotta go ahead, take your lickings and pivot and find a new way to be successful. And me and my family have found a great new way of being successful, and that is expanding our social media presence and doing answering questions and everything like that as far as our relationship goes. So we're doing everybody want to ask questions about how it is being polyandry. It's just poly in general. There's a whole bunch of questions being asked about it. So we're gonna answer those. We're gonna take trips and film content. So feel free to follow us on The Real Ciroc on my IG or The Real Ciroc on TikTok. And we're gonna start doing lives and all that other stuff, man. It's gonna be fun doing content with the missuses. And
I always applaud shit like that. Yeah. And you two have that, like the I haven't seen y'all a lot outside of what we do, but enough to see like the way y'all interact and stuff like that. Y'all should have been doing this. Like this, this just makes sense. It just makes sense. Yeah.
Like our relationship is. I didn't know. So I didn't know our relationship is rare. Like I didn't know that. I thought this is how everybody was doing it. It wasn't until me and my wife started talking to other people and letting, like, not necessarily them in our circle, but we communicate. We open bridges. Let's put it like that. Like we built bridges outside of our little bubble. And we're finding out that the things we do is super abnormal. The time that we've been together and the being so young is even more ridiculous. And the fact that we have a girlfriend in our relationship is probably baffling to people. So I don't know. People are interested. She did a live just the other day. It was like 700 people watching her. I was doing a live another time. It was 1,000 people watching me, and we weren't doing nothing but just being us, being a couple. I was putting together a puzzle. She was doing her nails, and it's just
hey, what puzzle? What was the puzzle? I like puzzles.
It's a puzzle like you remember Where's Waldo? Mm-hmm. It's kind of like that, but Waldo didn't show up. Like Waldo ain't there. Yeah, so you gotta find like Larry or somebody. But it's a dope puzzle. It's a dope puzzle.
Fucking Larry.
So yeah, man, relationship content. We're a little nervous though, man. I'm worried about now that we're opening our bubble up and I guess opening up the windows. We're a little scared about the hate we'll receive, because anytime you talk about anything that makes you happy, anything that you do for your spouse, you find these people who be like, oh, I wouldn't do that if I
but
you his slave and you her simp and da 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 da.
The way to think about that, Ciroc, is it's the same emotion as love. So like if people are tuning in to say, oh, you shouldn't do that, blah blah blah, they're still going to tune in, right? So however you look at it, they're going to support, even if it's in a non-supportive way. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's all welcome. Like you don't want everyone to agree with what you're doing, because then what you were doing would be normal, like you said, and it's not. Right. So like you're gonna have the detractors or whatever, and you just handle them accordingly. But I think it's super super dope. I'm glad that y'all are doing that. Applause to y'all, for real.
It's dope. Wait till the world find out she makes my plate. Oh my God, yo, it's gonna be people ready to burn our house down.
And the way to do it, like, not even have a conversation about it. Like, y'all just be in the kitchen and just like show her doing it type thing. Like, thanks, babe, or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. And
the feminist movement is gonna be going after Ciroc so hard.
She makes his plate. What's wrong with his hands and feet? And then
this is the problem now. Is these men?
My woman caters to me. And when I tell you, if it gets caught on camera,
that would be hilarious.
And I'm so used to it, it's crazy. Oh, go ahead. My bad. You good?
No. I was gonna say we already pissed off Peter. So it's gonna be another movement. We know he pissing off.
Who pissed off Peter?
We definitely pissed. I don't remember what it was, but we definitely said some wild shit. I don't remember.
We pissed off Peter.
Oh damn! I didn't know that. I didn't know.
And the headquarters is actually here in Hampton Road, so that's actually we were.
That's a nice beef.
Very bold. Nice beef. Ha ha. Get it? Because they're against eating beef because they're.
All right.
I thought that was a good one.
No, yeah. No, he's definitely sleepy. Yo, Arrington, go take a nap, bro. Yeah. Go ahead and finish it.
I'm out of here.
Finish your
Take my.
Why he take the trophy?
He literally puts it in. He literally puts it in the passenger seat with him and puts the seatbelt around it when Sierra's not moving around with him. So
man,
nothing wrong.
I don't got one.
Yeah.
No, but Cam, what you got, man? I know you producing like everything and all the great stuff, man. Any stuff you got coming up?
Yeah, I mean the first 3 months of the year are actually the full package heavy, as we're all involved with. So I mean, aside from me being in my busy season at my 9 to 5, it's that. So we're just, like I said, we're going in 2024 at full blast, and that's where we're at right now. So keeping positive, keeping steady, keeping creative.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, look.
What about you, sir? What about you? What about you? Nobody checks in on the host. How you doing, sir?
The host is tired. Okay,
Ciroc,
the host is
Ciroc's face right now is like, I couldn't give less of a shit, but
and that's okay. That's okay, because remember when Ciroc was talking about all those people that was viewing his videos? I wasn't one of them, damn it.
All but Sierra was.
Oh, now you can bring my wife into it.
She too did.
No,
she's on the view count.
That was quick. That was so quick. It was so quick.
Now we doing that now, Ciroc. I know we be going after each other 2023, but 2024 we gonna start it like
a Gavin's Fox beef would be amazing for views.
Yeah,
it's what the people want. Damn it!
Can't lie.
Oh man.
Speaking from the producer standpoint, yeah, it might be. We might have to manufacture something in the new year. We'll see how it goes. We'll talk in post production.
We gotta do it. But no, bringing in I think three or four new products to Rugged Evolution. I'm very excited. It's something that really nobody could imagine like we'll be bringing onto this. So I'm very excited about that. Our holiday season has been killing it. I mean, it's still I literally just sent my last we're in 2024. We still have orders that was like towards the end of 2023 that we're still like, I mean, it's a blessing. So, working hard with that, as y'all know, hey, the show is doing great. In Your City's doing great. I'm doing my own content with the pod and just continue to grow, man. And, we got the full package too. A lot of a few events for my foundation we got planned for 2024. So it's a lot going on, man. So it's just the grind never stops. But I'm always excited to be sharing all this journey with you guys. I want to, being that I brag a lot about this award, I've mentioned before, it takes a village to receive that. So it wasn't just mine. This was all of us, because in entrepreneurship, this is a part of my life journey. So we everybody, all y'all are part of this journey with this award. And just, we got a lot of stuff going. We got a lot of great stuff coming.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
yes, sir.
Man, I'm glad we made it through this, because I am incredibly hungover, y'all. And the fact that I played this off, man.
You did great. You did great.
I ain't got no pants on. Like, there's no bottoms.
Jesus.
No bottoms.
All right.
I got one sock on, my left side.
That is why the left one? Does the left one get cold or something? Like why
Actually, I don't know. I just woke up and it was just one sock on. I don't to tell you the truth.
It's the only one that made it.
And I don't even go to sleep with socks. So how the sock got on is really baffling to me.
All right, we don't want to scare the listeners and viewers right now. We're gonna leave now, because Ciroc's gonna be going into detail with that. And deuces, we out.